stopping traffic. She is a traffic cone.
We're just like talking, catching up here with you would be my best friend in the whole world if you lived close enough to me.
Absolutely. It would be girl talk till all hours, all the time. We'd solve the world's problems. No, we'd have a great time. We need to be closer.
Dreama Denver, you're an actress. You were the wife of Bob Denver, Gilligan, but things changed since the last time I saw you and the last time I interviewed you. You are now a multi award winning, internationally award winning children's author of this amazingly cool book that's going to be this big series that you and I talked about. You told me about this book briefly at the elevator, and you were like, I'm thinking about putting together this book that I've had in my mind for a long, long time, and it was Bob's idea, blah, blah, blah. This book, y'all, is huge. It's enormous, and I'm so happy for you.
What a pleasure. What a surprise. You know, the idea for Four Bears in a Box was given to me by my husband 20 years ago. He gave me a title, and he said, write a children's book about this. And I was like, well, what would Four Bears be doing in a box? And he said, that's what you have to figure out. And I'm like, oh, God. Okay, all right. So I did. And, of course, you know how life gets in the way sometimes, and you don't know anything about that? Lucky you. But, no, life got in the way, and our son, we have an autistic son, he got more challenging, and then my husband was diagnosed and passed away, and the bears were put away. And spring cleaning 2 springs ago, I ran across the pages, and I thought, wait, this is still really cute. So a few revisions, because it was years later. Bob's, little idea that he gave me came to life. And the fact that it has done so well, the fact that it has won like 9 awards, the fact that it was runner-up for Best Children's Book at the Paris Book Festival blows me away. I mean, all of that is unexpected, but such a joyful thing to have happen. And I just want to say this. I know I'm talking a lot, aren't I? But what I want to say is that I never really thought about what it would be like to be a children's book author. I just didn't think about it. I just wrote the book, and the publisher published it. And oh my goodness, when people send you pictures of their children reading your book, or they were sending me pictures of kids. During the pandemic, my book came out on the day we went into lockdown. So what happened was parents were taking the book, and they were taking big Amazon boxes and making the box into something. And in some cases, the parents sent me those pictures, and it just filled my heart. I mean, literally brought tears to my eyes. It just feels like you're putting something good out into the world for our young people, and I think they truly, truly need it.
Let's talk about the illustrations, too, because they are so beautiful, and it's old school pictures. They remind me of the kind that I grew up with, the cartoons that I loved so much, and it's just beautiful colors.
I can't draw stick figures, so the fact that I got Ashley Belote as my illustrator is like some kind of miracle, I think. She is with Macmillan now. She has 3 children's books coming out this summer. So I was blessed to get her. And she just brought everything to life in a way that I think I remember last time we were here showing you on my phone. Do you remember? There were some illustrations that she had sent, and I was like, okay, this is kind of what it's going to be like. And look, now it's here. But now there's one illustration, Ann, in the back of the book. Wait, I just want to, can we show, will the camera pick this up? Because this illustration is the one that just makes that one. Do you remember that one? Okay, I'm hoping you can see this, but in their imagination, the box becomes a hot air balloon, and the bears are flying in a hot air balloon, and look where they are. They are flying over Gilligan's Island. Isn't that cute? Do you see little Gilligan there waving to them? So that is, that's really special. My favorite piece of art in the book. And I've written a second Bears book. And I've decided it's going to be the character of Gilligan will always be incorporated because it's going to be like every adventure they go on, whatever mode of transportation the box becomes, and wherever they go in the box, they're going to be looking for the man in the red shirt. And so he will be part of the art or part of the rhyme or something. The next one is a really, I don't know, I guess I can talk about it a little bit. When I wrote it, trying to reflect the times we're in, they actually go back to the island to look for the man in the red shirt, and they run into a crab and a turtle who give them a tour of the island, and what they do is recognize all their differences and how those things make them special. And do they find the man? I'm not going to say quite yet. You'll have to get it. Right now, the working title is Four Bears on the Beach, to sort of keep the four bears in a box, four bears on a beach. So,
When is it going to be out?
I don't know. My illustrator is so, I mean, she's up to here. She's so popular. But we were shooting for fall, so I'm hoping certainly by this time next year, don't we think?
I hope so. And I'm just, Dreama, I am so happy for you and so excited for you and this adventure you're on, in a box or not. You're a wonderful person. She's just such a wonderful person. And it's so it makes you just so joyful when good things happen to good people. I'm proud of you, and I'm honored to be your friend. And y'all, buy this book. Buy it for your children. Buy it for your grandchildren. Buy it for everybody. And yes.
Are we allowed to talk about this one too? Gilligan's Dreams. Bob always called me Dreams. That's where the title came from. And this really is the private, personal story about our almost 30-year marriage and the things we went through, challenges we faced together. Even though there are sad parts, and Bob always told me, long before he was diagnosed and passed away, he thought I was a good writer, and he thought that when he was older than I was, so when he passed away, if he was first, he wanted me to write our story. And he said, but if you do it, be honest. Don't pull any punches. Tell it like it was. So I'm like the good, the bad, and the ugly, all of it. And he was like, all of it. So that's what I did. So there are parts of this book that are raw. Parts will make you cry. Parts will make you laugh. But it is my gift. I really think of it as a gift to Bob's fans so they can know him as a man and not as the character Maynard or the character Gilligan. I wanted people to know, Bob set aside his career for the last 20 years of his life, what ended up being the last 20 years, to be with me and take care of our son who had to have full-time care. People don't know that about him. But that was how much he loved me. That was how much he loved Colin. And there was no question. It wasn't even a dialogue. It was just done that way, And I don't know, to me, that's what makes a real man who has that kind of love and who would give up, the notoriety and the fame and the recognition and all of this with no hesitation because he loved his baby boy, at the time baby boy, that much. And I just wanted people to know that about him, know the real Bob, So I'm very proud of this book. All these books are, if you're not here with us today, all these books are available at bobdenver.com. And if you order there, I can autograph, which I like to be able to do. If you're a Prime person, you can go there too. But I can't autograph those. That would be
bobdenver.com. Dreama Denver. Gilligan's Dreams. Buy this for the mom and daddies. Buy this for the kids.
I got the whole family covered.
The whole family's covered. Thank you so much, Dreama.
Oh, Ann, I love you. Am I allowed to hug you on camera?